Hey everyone! Welcome back to Speak Flow, where English flows naturally. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Jake. Hey Sophie, why is there a sticky note on your water bottle that says water bottle?
Okay, so I was going to bring this up later, but since you noticed, I've been labeling things in my apartment in English.
Labeling things?
Yeah, like I put little sticky notes on stuff. My mirror says mirror, the fridge says fridge, the lamp says lamp. I even put one on Mia's food bowl that says cat food.
Can Mia read?
Obviously not, but I walk past it every time I feed her, so I see the words all day without trying. It's a thing. It's an actual technique for learning vocabulary.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just picturing your apartment covered in sticky notes and Mia being very confused.
She knocked off the one that said couch within the first hour. She does not support my learning journey.
Fair enough. But okay, this actually connects to what we're talking about today, right?
It does. Today we're talking about small habits that can improve your English every day. Not big things, not study for 3 hours, just tiny, easy things you can do during your normal life that actually make a difference.
I love this topic because honestly, most people don't have time to sit down and study every day. Life gets in the way.
Exactly. Work, family, cooking, commute. By the time you have free time, you're exhausted. So the idea is, what if you didn't need separate study time? What if your normal day was already helping you learn?
That's the dream. All right, and if you're new here, welcome. Hit subscribe. We do episodes like this every week. And give this one a like if you find it useful. It really helps other learners find us.
Okay, so my sticky notes, that's habit number 1. Label things around your house in English.
And this actually works?
It really does, because it's passive. You're not sitting down to memorize fridge. You just see it 20 times a day when you open the fridge to get something. And after a week, you take the note off, and you realize you know the word without ever studying it.
But doesn't that only work for objects? Like, you can label a lamp, but you can't label a feeling or an action.
That's true. It's best for everyday objects and things in your house. But that's a lot of words. Kitchen stuff alone. Oven, sink, counter, cabinet, drawer, spoon, fork, knife, plate, cup, mug.
Okay, I get it. There's a lot.
And here's the thing. Even advanced learners have gaps with these basic words. I talked to someone the other day who can discuss politics in English, but didn't know the word for drawer.
That's actually hilarious and kind of relatable. Like, you learn the complex stuff in class, but nobody teaches you microwave.
Right. So the sticky notes fill in those gaps. Plus, you learn the words that are part of your life, not some textbook's life.
I like that. What about you, Jake? Do you have any weird English habits?
Wait, did you just ask yourself a question?
No, I was asking you to ask me. That came out wrong.
Okay, so Jake, do you have any habits for learning?
Actually, yes. This one's going to sound weird. I changed my phone to Spanish.
Oh, I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn Spanish, slowly, very slowly. And I changed my phone language like 6 months ago. And at first, it was terrible. I couldn't find anything. I accidentally changed the setting I didn't mean to change because I couldn't read the menu. But now, I know all the phone words in Spanish. Configuración, pantalla, batería. They're just in my brain now.
And people do the same thing with English. Change your phone language to English. Change Netflix to English. Change your video game language to English.
The video game one is actually how I learned a ton of English vocabulary as a kid. Playing RPGs with all that text. Inventory, equipment, health potion.
Wait, is that true? You learned English from video games?
Partly. I mean, I also had school and stuff. But games taught me words that school definitely didn't. No teacher ever taught me, "You have been defeated."
That's such a specific way to learn, but it works because you're not trying to learn, you're just playing, and the English happens around you.
Exactly. You're learning because you need to understand to keep playing. The motivation is built in.
And that's the whole point of small habits. You're not adding study time, you're turning time you already spend into learning time. Phone time, gaming time, TV time.
Speaking of TV, can we talk about subtitles? Because I have strong opinions about this.
Oh no, what are your opinions?
Okay, so a lot of people watch English shows with subtitles in their own language, right? Portuguese subtitles, Spanish subtitles, whatever. And I think that's fine, but it's not helping your English as much as you think.
I actually disagree a little. I think it depends on your level.
How so?
Well, if you're a beginner, like real A1 beginner, watching something in English with no subtitles is just noise. You won't understand anything and you'll get frustrated. So subtitles in your language at least connect the sounds to meaning.
Okay, that's fair for beginners, but at some point you need to switch.
Yeah, I agree with that. The next step is subtitles in English. So you're hearing English and reading English at the same time. Your brain starts connecting the sounds to the words,
And then eventually, no subtitles at all.
which is scary, but that's where the real progress happens. You start catching words you know, then phrases, then whole sentences. And one day you realize you forgot to turn the subtitles on and you understood the whole scene anyway.
That's a great feeling. So to summarize the subtitle thing, start with native language subtitles if you need to, switch to English subtitles when you can, and eventually try without any.
And here's a small habit for this. Pick one show, just one, something you're already watching or want to watch, and commit to watching it with English subtitles. Not everything you watch, just that one show.
Oh, that's smart, because it doesn't feel like a big commitment.
Right. I'm going to watch one episode of this show with English subtitles. That's it. 5 small episodes a week. And without realizing it, you're getting maybe 3 hours of English input.
3 hours you were going to spend watching TV anyway.
Exactly. No extra time required. I actually did this myself with French. I watched this French show. I won't say which one because it's embarrassing, but I watched the entire first season with French subtitles. And by the end, I was recognizing words I'd never formally studied. Like d'accord kept coming up, and I just absorbed it from context.
That's cool. And it doesn't feel like studying because you're watching something you enjoy.
Right. If you pick a show you like, it doesn't feel like work. That's the whole trick. The moment it feels like homework, you'll stop.
Any tips on what type of show to pick? Because, like, a crime drama with mumbling detectives is probably harder than a sitcom.
Oh, for sure. Honestly, reality shows and sitcoms are the best for learners. The language is simple, people repeat themselves a lot, and you can follow the story even if you miss a few words. Dramas with heavy accents and fast dialogue, save those for later.
Okay, here's one I want to bring up. Music. Because I feel like everyone says listen to English music, but nobody explains how to make it useful.
Oh, good point. Because just listening isn't enough, is it?
Not really. I've been listening to English music my whole life, and I still sing wrong lyrics constantly. For years, I thought that song went, I want to rock and roll all night and part of every day.
Wait, it doesn't?
It's party every day. Party, not part of.
Part of every day, like just a portion. Very reasonable rocking.
Very balanced lifestyle. But yeah, the habit isn't just listening. The habit is picking one song, looking up the lyrics, and reading along while you listen. Then try singing along. You learn the words, the pronunciation, the rhythm of the sentence.
And songs get stuck in your head, which means those English phrases get stuck in your head too. It's like involuntary studying.
Involuntary studying. That's what we should call this whole episode.
But seriously, one song a week. Look up the lyrics on your phone, listen 3 or 4 times, that's it. By the end of the month, you know 4 songs and probably 50 new phrases.
And you're that person at parties who actually knows the words. Win-win. Okay, what about journaling? I've heard people say that writing in English helps.
It does. But, and this is important, I don't mean write an essay. I mean write 3 sentences about your day. That's it. Today I went to work. It was boring. I had pasta for dinner. Done.
3 sentences? That's nothing.
That's the point. If you tell people write a page in English every day, they'll do it once and quit. But 3 sentences? Anyone can do 3 sentences.
But are 3 sentences enough to actually improve?
Over time, absolutely. Because here's what happens. Week 1, you write, today was good. I ate pizza. I watched TV. Basic. But by week 3, you're writing, I had a really long meeting at work today and I was so tired after. But then I went for a walk and it helped. You naturally start writing more because your brain gets comfortable.
That's interesting. So the habit is small, but it grows on its own.
And you know what I think is the most powerful part? It's not even the writing.
It's the thinking. Before you write "I had a long meeting," you have to think "I had a long meeting" in English. You're training your brain to describe your life in English.
Oh, that connects to what we talked about in a previous episode about thinking in English, the self-talk thing.
Yeah, journaling is basically self-talk, but on paper. And having it on paper means you can look back and see your progress, which is motivating.
All right, I'm convinced. But here's my question. What if you make mistakes in your journal? Like, if nobody's correcting you, are you just practicing mistakes?
That's a fair worry. But honestly, at the beginner and intermediate level, the goal isn't perfect grammar. The goal is fluency, getting your thoughts out in English quickly. Accuracy comes later with reading and listening.
I'm not totally sure about that. Like, what if you write, "I goated to the store every day for a month"? Doesn't that make the mistake stick?
I mean, maybe, but I think the bigger risk is not writing at all. Waiting until you're ready to write perfectly means you never write, and writing nothing teaches you nothing.
Fair point. Progress over perfection.
And honestly, that's the whole philosophy of small habits. Don't wait until you can do it perfectly. Just do a little bit, imperfectly, every day. The consistency matters more than the quality.
That's actually reassuring, because I think a lot of people feel like if they can't study for an hour, why bother at all?
Exactly, and that's the trap, which is why I built From Stuck to Fluent around this idea. 30 days, one small thing each day. Journaling, labeling, changing your phone, that kind of stuff, but structured so it builds. QR codes on screen if you're curious, or check the pinned comment. People keep telling me the habit tracker inside it was what actually kept them going.
The habit tracker thing is a nice touch. Okay, another small habit. Talking to yourself. In English. I know it sounds crazy, but just narrate what you're doing. I tried this while walking Buddy, and I was in my head going, "There's a tree. It has leaves. Nice leaves."
Nice leaves, ha ha ha. We actually talked about this in a previous episode, the self-talk thing. But the reason I'm bringing it up again is the vocabulary angle. When you're narrating and you go, "I'm walking past a... wait, what's that thing with the light?" And you don't know lamppost. Now you have a specific word to look up, one that your life showed you was missing.
And once you look it up because you needed it, you never forget it. Way better than a random list.
Okay, one more habit, and this one is about listening. We already talked about subtitles, but there's another thing. Listen to the same thing multiple times.
The same thing? Won't you get bored?
Maybe, but here's why it works. The first time you listen to something, a podcast, a song, whatever, you catch maybe 60%. Second time, you catch things you missed. Third time, you notice the words between the words, the little connecting sounds, the ums and you knows, the rhythm.
So it's like peeling layers.
Yeah, and you can do this with us, by the way. Listen to this episode once, then listen again tomorrow while you're cooking or commuting. You'll catch phrases you missed the first time.
That's a good one, actually, because most people listen once and move on to the next thing. But the repetition is where the deep learning happens.
And it doesn't take extra time. You're just replaying something during time you'd spend listening to music or whatever.
Okay, let's do a quick review of all the habits. The sticky note thing, label objects in your house.
Change your phone or apps or games to English.
Watch one show with English subtitles.
Learn one song a week, lyrics and all.
Write 3 sentences about your day. Journal, but keep it tiny.
Narrate your life in your head, even if it's boring.
And re-listen to the same English content multiple times. That's 7 habits. And honestly, you don't need to do all of them. Just pick 1 or 2 that fit your life.
That's the key. Pick the ones that are easy for you. If you hate writing, skip the journal. If you watch a lot of TV, do the subtitles thing. The best habit is the one you'll actually do.
The best habit is the one you'll actually do. That should be on a poster.
Haha, maybe. All right, everyone. If you're still with us, thank you so much.
Subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps us. And a like goes a long way.
Share this with a friend who keeps saying they want to improve their English but never has time. This episode is basically proof that you don't need extra time.
All right, Sophie, challenge time.
Yes, here's your challenge. Pick one habit from today and try it for 1 week. Just one. And then come back to the comments and tell us, which habit did you pick and did you notice a difference? Even a small difference counts.
And if you're already doing something we didn't mention, we want to hear about it. What's your small English habit?
We read every comment, seriously. We love hearing what works for people.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Keep it small, keep it consistent, and remember, 5 minutes a day beats 2 hours once a month.
See you on the next one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.